che ha avuto, che ha rata, scordammi sul passato, si menava la paesa.
Hi guys, my name is John and this is my daughter, and today we're going to cook some traditional focaccia bread for you. Okay, come have a look at the basic ingredients we need to make the dough. So for starters we need 500 grams of flour, 7 grams of dry yeast, we're going to put a couple of pinches of salt, some olive oil and 325 mils of tepid water. So here we go, let's start making the dough. And as you can see in the background we've got the wood oven, and that's been prepared a couple of hours prior. Okay, so pass me the flour. We're going to throw all 500 grams in the bowl. We are going to throw the 7 grams of yeast into the water, tepid water. And we're just going to give it a bit of a stir. A little bit of a hole there so we can throw the water in. You want to throw in the water? Beautiful. And now we're going to give that a stir. Before we do that, we'll give it a couple of pinches of salt. And we're going to start mixing. Try to keep mixing until you can't use the spoon anymore. And don't forget, as it starts to stick together, we're just going to throw a little bit of olive oil in there. That's more for flavour than anything else. Okay, so as we can't stir any more with the spoon, and it's getting a bit too difficult to stir, we're going to throw that on a chopping board. Don't forget to flour the chopping board so the dough does not stick. I'm just going to put it like that. Now we're going to need the dough for about 10 minutes, okay? We want to make sure it becomes real silky. We've been working the dough for about 5 minutes now. It's still not silky or stretchy the way I want it. So we're going to keep going for about another 5 minutes. It's almost been 10 minutes now, and you can see it's getting really silky and stretchy and just beautiful. So right at the end, just for the last minute now, I just like to roll it in a few different directions. Okay, so I think that's ready. There you go, there's your beautiful focaccia bread dough. So what we're going to do, we're just going to just a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick. We're just going to leave that like that. And we're going to let that prove for about 45 minutes. And I do that by simply just putting the plastic bowl over the dough. And we'll leave that for 45 minutes and we'll come back and see how that goes. Okay, so it's been about 45 minutes. So just before we uncover the dough there, you're going to need a baking tray or tin, and you're going to need semolina, and I'm just going to place that on the base of the tin just so the dough doesn't stick, and on the sides we're just going to put a little bit of olive oil. So I'm going to place a bit of semolina like that. Just on the fingertips, a little bit of olive oil. Place on the edges of your baking tray. In this case, I've just used an old stove frying pan, which works great in the wood oven. So we're going to take the lid off, and there we have it. The focaccia bread has almost doubled in size. So now we're just going to place in the tin, just in the palm of our hands. We're going to get a round shape happening. I'm just going to place in the tin as even as possible. And just with our fingers, we are going to just spread the dough to the very edges of our tin. Very important, next step, we're going to leave this for another 45 minutes, but very important, we want to keep the moisture in there. So we're going to place a tea towel over it, and we're just going to leave that for another 45 minutes. Okay, so it's been another further 45 minutes, and we're going to add some just basic ingredients. We've got cherry tomatoes, basil, oregano, but notice the oregano, I've just mixed it with a little bit of oil because you don't want to put some dry herbs, it'll just burn instantly. So we're just going to get our fingers in like that. Would you like to pass? That's it, you put a basil leaf in each hole. Nice and gently. And there's so many ingredients you can make with focaccia bread, it's endless. We're going to put a cherry tomato in each one of those. Also, I forgot to mention some nice Kalamata olives. I'm just going to break them up and put them in between. Just like that. What do you think, Sophia? Is that enough?
Yeah.
Whoops. I'm going to add our oregano on top. I think that's enough. What do you think? Put some oregano on top. Just like that. Pinch of salt. Another pinch of salt on top. And just a little bit more olive oil, like that. And there you have it. That's ready to go in the wood oven. And I've currently got the wood oven at 300 degrees. And then as it comes out, we're just going to put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. Okay, that's been about 10 minutes in the wood oven, and I think that's cooked to perfection. Bellissimo. One of the final steps, we're just going to put a bit of Parmesan cheese. We're going to let that sit for about 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, and then we can cut it up. Okay, Sophia, now honestly, what do you think?
It's amazing.
Thank you to my two beautiful daughters, assistant chef Sophia and Alessia, for producing this video. Thank you so much for watching our video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.